Vishal, we are live now. You can start.
Okay, so we will start the session.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So good morning, everyone. I'm Vishal Pillai from KPIT Technologies Limited. I am a program manager innovation at KPIT Technologies Limited. And this is a connect with your college, GSPM. So basically, before we start the session, I would like to request all the students and the professors who are seeing this QR code to scan it and join or register our KPIT Sparkle, you may say, portal. So as you all know, KPIT Sparkle is more of a innovation ecosystem. And with that, I would like to first, you may say, want to play a story of a student innovator from your college. So he and his team were there in the Sparkle 2022 and had been the winners and have got the Platinum Award. So there is a reason why we wanted to showcase this video. It's also because there's a lot of, you may say, efforts from not just our team, but also our partners involved in nurturing the innovation. So just have a look at the video.
This is our initial working on our prototype. It took 2 to 3 months to develop it. So this is portable battery and its charger. One can carry it because it is a portable. This is a BLTC hub motor attached to a real pin. This is our battery setup in boot space. Just to plug and play. Now in electric. Now in petrol. Now in both petrol plus electric.
So guys, this was about, you may say, Prathamesh, an innovator from your college who had participated last year. And now he is incubated at BHAU Institute as a innovator, basically through the EIR program. And the reason why we wanted to also show you this is because this is a celebration of innovation by students. And it's a platform for students. So with that, we would want to just have a touch on how the human mind works. So if you look at it, the way we have laid out the contest is where it is more of a learning. It's an experiential learning. Now, the reason why I have shown you the learning pyramid is because you want to concentrate on the participatory teaching methods. Usually, whenever you go into doing things yourself, you retain the information for a longer time. You're able to judge and you are able to take decisions at the right time for the right problem. So what are the takeaways of this experiential learning platform? So the way we have designed this process is the design thinking process, which you are going to execute. There is a methodology called TRIZ that we use, and which is going to help you with systematic innovation. We also have the assured framework, which lets you to know if your idea is really worth taking to the next level. You would also learn more about understanding the technology readiness levels, the lean canvas, the value proposition canvas, and tools for virtual prototyping. So all these things are none of these are actually being taught directly to you in your coursework, but these are some of the takeaways. And to know in detail what these tools mean, I would request all of you to visit our sparkle.kpit.com portal and go to the helpful resources over there. We have elaborate videos telling about what each of these tools are going to support you for. The next video basically about KPIT technologies is more about just a slide talking about who we are. It's like we are 8,500 engineers, and we have our you may say the locations in India, Germany, US, Japan, and Thailand. The most important thing is where we focus. We focus in autonomous driving, AI and embedded systems, electric vehicles, and digitally connected services. So these are some of the areas that KPIT works, and exactly the reason why the theme of KPIT Sparkle is also into energy, a little more into you may say it's extended also into energy and mobility. So these are some of the you may say areas that KPIT is focused in. And there is a video which talks about the journey of KPIT Sparkle. I would like all of you to listen to this journey, and there are some you may say some outcomes which we will discuss.
These are extraordinary times for people like you to make the world a better place by using your talent of technology and engineering. The purpose behind KPIT Sparkle is to ignite that innovative mind inside of you to come up with technologies which can make the world a better place.
There has been a lot of push from government as well as private players to build an innovation ecosystem to develop these solutions. And KPIT Sparkle, with this vision, started 7 years back, and today we are in our 8th successful year. So over the last 7 years, we have reached close to about 1 lakh students, more than 1 lakh students, more than 1,000 academic institutes. The participation has been from across the states, across the nation, from Kashmir to Kerala, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh.
The first very important thing that we introduced is also the assured framework. The assured framework allows the person to understand if really his or her idea is a feasible thing to do, and it's not just kept as an idea on the shelf. So along with this, there is one more very important thing that is provided is the mentorship. Mentorship where industrial mentors actually help these students out and give inputs both in business as well as in technology.
So why should you come to Sparkle? Multiple advantages. A, it gives rise to the creativity in you. B, you get to compete with the best in the country. We now have students participating from all over the country, over hundreds of colleges. So you compete with the best. And over and above the very attractive prizes that you can get, you can also get support to put your ideas into a commercial success through the incubation centers that we use.
Today we are proud to say that there are 4 successful startups who have emerged out of this hard work that we have put in over the 7 years. And they have been in diverse areas. The first one, which is Stan 90 Thermal Solutions, they came up with innovative phase change material based cooling box. The second one was Dynamics Mobility Solution, who developed an electric two-wheeler, and very soon they came up with an innovative business model of renting those out. The third one is an agri-tech startup called Sandbird, where they're providing technology-led farming to our farmers in the country. And the fourth, I would want to stress here, is the most phenomenal one out of those, is we were able to nurture a team who could, within a short span of less than 1 year, could put together an oxygen concentrator which could help the entire nation during the challenging times of the pandemic over the last couple of years.
We have collaborated in 2018 itself with Department of Science and Technology, actively coming in support of us, then your Atal Innovation Mission, then AICTE, then CIIE at IIM Ahmedabad. So these partners have been adding continuously past 4-5 years, and we are very sure that with this partnership mechanism, we will be succeeding continuously in coming years. तो हमारा एक छोटा सा प्रयास है आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनने की ओर, और उसमें हम सबके सहयोग से चलना चाहते हैं.
Every year, the theme of KPIT Sparkle is decided on the basis of whether it is impactful, whether it is topical, and whether it is futuristic. The theme actually calls for ideas which can make a huge impact, which is going to affect the future of not just the country, but possibly of the humanity. And KPIT Sparkle comes to you with a theme of energy and mobility for the future. And I must say that nothing is more topical, nothing is more relevant than this theme. So in this case, you can come from any stream and still come together and come up with a solution which can actually make the world a better place.
So that was a short message on what we have achieved in the past 7 years. And you'd find that most of the places you'll see that we are supporting and nurturing innovation. So the crux is we are doing this for India. Second very important thing is we want to have talented innovators, we want to support them, and we want to nurture entrepreneurs. This is some of the objectives of KPIT Sparkle. And there is a process which is involved in getting it. So if you look at the numbers, our numbers reveal it. Basically, we have more than 30 plus resourceful incubation opportunities, which we have given to students like Prathamesh. Prathamesh is from your college, and Prathamesh is now at BHAU Institute, and he has started his journey of entrepreneurship. So the outcome of this would be either he becomes an innovator, where he actually has a real solution which he can actually do a technology transfer to some industry who wants to make the product, or he can himself become an entrepreneur who he can actually like go ahead and start his own business for creating hybrid vehicles. So that is more of what we have. So when we go into the next slide, what's in it for you? So apart from the 21 lakh of awards, which are for student teams and 60,000 for mentors, there is a lot of funding and incubation opportunities with our esteemed partners waiting for you. There is a placement opportunity for the top 100 teams, and there is continuous mentoring, which is provided by not just our partners but also mentors who have been working in the same field for more than 20 years. Now, if you look at any contest, no one actually reimburses anything for a prototype that is made. We have started it last year. Last year, we were able to support each of the finalist teams with 25,000 each. So for a prototype, which is at TRL level 5, the very important thing that we help students with is understanding the IP of whatever they are building and understanding how to protect it. So this is something that is, you may say, sessions which are taken with the students. An opportunity to build a career path as a future entrepreneur is something which is available to you. And I think you all are able to see it through Prathamesh. I would definitely want to ask him to say a few words, but at the end of the presentation, a chance to receive business training worth 10,000 for finalists. And this is again with one of our incubation partners, iCreate. They have some program, and we have Shantanu from iCreate who would speak more on that. The very important thing that you need to know is participation in KPIT Sparkle is free of cost. So with this, I think we will go deep dive into what is it for you? So there are some areas that we have identified as categories for idea submission. Now, about each of these areas, we have a detailed video which is available on the helpful resources. So be it mobility, be it energy, or the other three important new categories which we plan to take in, is something that is available to you. You can always go to the website, have a detailed study of the video that tells about the details of mobility, the details of energy, and the different new categories that are there. This is just an introduction, so we are not going deep into each of these to explain, but whenever there will be an orientation session for people who have actually registered and they have submitted some idea, that time we would definitely go deep to understand each of these areas and the problem statements that are available for you to innovate. We wanted to tell you about the timelines in this introduction kind of a video. So this is the time to understand that registration and idea submissions are already on. We are going to have a premiere round somewhere around 31st of August, and this premiere round is going to be a live round. The expectation is about having a problem statement, your problem statement. Actually, how did you, so the expectation is very simple. How did you come up with this problem statement? That is exactly what you are going to speak. And basis of that, we will select you for the next round, which would be the top 100 teams. Now, when we go into the top 100 teams, there is a lot of mentoring that is provided. And this mentoring is not just by us, but also by people who are our partners. And these partners would help you with softwares, and doing a virtual prototype would be possible for you to build your concept on computer-aided softwares so that it becomes, you may say, optimized to a level where you can actually go for a final prototype build. And during this 6 months, from September to February, you would be connected one-to-one. The finalists who would be there selected would be connected one-to-one to mentors who are, you may say, in this industry for a long time, and they can actually help you out with understanding how to build your product or service. So this is what you are seeing as a timeline. So I would say that you need to hurry up and submit your ideas as soon as possible. So because there are certain things which have come up. So I think first thing to understand is there is an extension from 31st of July to 31st of August. And the reason why we want to do this is also because we have got a lot of colleges asking us to do this because there is a shift in the academic schedule. And we don't want innovators like you to actually skip this opportunity. And that is the reason it would happen. The most important thing is that you need to first register yourself, register your team. And the team is very important. The team is not just like your friends as such, but team should be selected on the basis of merit, what the person brings to the table. What kind of, you may say, expertise or skill does the person bring to the table? You have to think on that and then select the team members. And the team, everyone has to be, you may say, is registered online. So that's one thing that is there. After that, we have prerequisites. So those are the prerequisites. I won't go deep into what the prerequisites are, but all the details are available to you on the Sparkle portal. We have elaborate documents. We have elaborate videos of past year's winners. So you are able to see and understand what kind of video is required, what kind of prototype is required. So all these things are available on the website in helpful resources. So this is one of the success story I would like to show you. because this has come through KPIT Sparkle, and now the students have become.
So, since we know that the Southeast Asia is a perennially hot region, we started this journey 2 years back, keeping in the mind that we have to reduce the perishability of the agricultural goods, be it milk, be it vegetables. My name is Rajnikant Rai. I am one of the co-founder of 1090 Thermal Solution. We as a company develop, research and manufacture the phase change material. These materials are actually being used to transport or store the perishable items. It can be used for even making the smart building application. It can be used even in the maintaining the temperature or cooling the data centers. Slowly we move to the other food sectors also, like ice cream, meat, fish.
Since we started operation at September 2020, yeah, we have for frozen items and fresh products and all, we requires ice boxes and all. Okay, so we have searched and hired a 1090 team in which we are keeping our fresh stocks and frozen items to maintain its temperature. If you are sending a material from the frozen items, usually we are getting complaints from the customers like foul smell issue or the temperature negligence issue like that. But after hiring the team, we are not getting any issue or complaints from the customers.
So we are serving pan India and हम different part of country में supply करते हैं. तो अभी तक हम लोगों ने including all the clients, we have supplied something around 15,000 of boxes, 250,000 of panels, and more than 20 lakh sachets.
So guys, this is the power of the platform, where basically you have seen these guys were you may say students. When they entered the platform, they showed their you may say their product, which is patented product, and actually very few of you may understand that this is related to energy. You may think that how this is related to mobility or energy, but this is related to energy, since it is related to heat, and it is related to refrigeration, and it is related to the cost of affording this kind of refrigeration. So basically, the way we look at you may say projects, there has to be the assured framework should come out very clear when we look at the problem statement. And that is the reason why we focus more on having a very good problem to solve. For example, you've had these tires in electric vehicles, which you are seeing today, and you have many such, you may say, options which are related to energy. And I think that is exactly where our partners also come into picture. So you have been, some of you have been already incubated, and I think Prathamesh is there online with us. So most probably after this, I will ask him to say a few words on KPIT Sparkle. But we have, you may say, built this ecosystem of people who have like-minded interests in helping students out to come up with some kind of innovation. And I would like to thank all the ecosystem partners. And we have some partners like iCreate is there. We have Mathworks. We have BHAU Institute with us. So they will also be telling you about the success stories which are there in their you may say institution. And these have been come through KPIT Sparkle. So that's all. I would ask all of you guys to scan this QR code. This is our Telegram channel. And the reason why you should be connecting to this channel is also because all the latest news or all the latest information is given through this broadcast through this channel. So so that is my presentation. What I would do is that now I would stop sharing. I would want Prathamesh to unmute yourself. And Prathamesh, if you are hearing me, can you unmute yourself and speak a few words? about KPIT Sparkle. We would want to see you as well. Hello.
Yes, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, Prathamesh. Prathamesh, हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हैं. आपके ही लोग हैं.
Yes. So, very good morning, everyone. And so, how are you? How's the Josh? So,
Guys,
KPIT.
at least give a like. Prathamesh is there on live on the screen. So just give a like. You are all in the YouTube channel. Yeah, Prathamesh. So I could you just explain to them about formation of the team? So that is very, very important, I think. And I think if you can just share about how they should select team members.
Yes. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving one of the wonderful and the amazing platform to showcase my innovation, talents, and our business products. So, it is one of the biggest platform which you can showcase your talent. And so for selecting a team, so team is the one of the important and the crucial part if you are taking part in a KPIT Sparkle or any projects. Why? Because team is like if you have a skills, but what happens nowadays, when you select a team, you select the team on basis of if you are a friend of 4 students, then you make a team and do a project on a certain thing. But the main problem is you lack the skills and the talent which you want in your project. So select a team which has a best skill which matches your project. That is, if I'm having my hybrid vehicle and I want application, I want a Raspberry Pi to connect, then search a guy for application one, search a guy for a Raspberry Pi one, and you make a best team and you come up with the best solution. But if you select your friends and they have same skill sets, then that would be a problem because they won't come up with a new idea. So be interdisciplinary.
Yes, that's great. So, so guys, what Prathamesh is saying is very important because he himself has faced a lot of, you may say, hurdles during team formation. And I think right now, whatever you guys need to understand is that KPIT Sparkle does not allow you to bring in prototypes which are at a lower quality level. So it means that if it is a car, it has to be done. The product has to be implemented on the car. The idea has to be implemented on the car. If it is on a bike, it has to be done on a bike. And rightly so. So one very important thing is that you should never use any Raspberry Pi or any such thing, because in automotive, actually, you are not able to take it further. You need to have your own, you may say, board, and you need to have your own code for it. You need to have people who know how to write code, make the board, and make it possible for you. So all these things are very important. Thanks, Prathamesh. I don't know why you didn't switch on your camera, but I think people would like to have just a jhalak, so that they know that yes, Prathamesh is there behind it.
Sir, I'm not able to switch on the camera. It's not.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So I think we will proceed. Next is our partner, Mathworks. So I think I will hand over to Arvind. And Arvind, you can continue. You can switch on your camera, Arvind.
Yeah, Vishal, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, for some reason, I am not able to turn on my camera because it's not allowing me to do it.
Yes, sir. It is not allowing to do.
Just check now. I think I have I've stopped my camera, so just check if you are able to do it.
So it's saying you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay. So I think I'll just check with our team. I think you can start your presentation.
Sure, Vishal. I think my is my presentation visible?
Yes, 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 yes.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you for confirming. So good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to this session where we are inviting you all to participate in KPIT Sparkle. I am from Mathworks. My name is Arvind Singh. I'm Technical Account Manager working for automotive accounts in India. And basically, we are supporting KPIT Sparkle on the technology front by providing you support to develop your prototype, the virtual prototype or your project in various means. So in today's session, I would be touching about why innovation is important. I would like to share with you certain success stories. And then I would also like to share with you that what are the support that Mathworks provide you in order so that you can compete and you can also develop your project. So first thing, there is an importance of technology and science in our day-to-day life. Why? Because we see science and technology everywhere. You can see science and technology in automobiles, in your smartphones, in your commercial aircraft, even in your consumer goods. What is adding to the science and technology is what I call as an innovation. So what innovation does is that it helps you to think unimaginable things and then develop something on that front so that we are transforming the way we live, learn, and work. So basically, it is helping us to for the betterment of our life and betterment of our everything. So how we are doing it? We are we are adding innovation in science and technology, and here are various examples. Um, one picture that I would like to draw your attention is this particular person where innovation has helped transform his life. So I would like to draw your attention to this particular say story where the name of this person is Jason Barnes. He's a drummer by profession, maybe not by profession. He's a drummer. He's a musician, and basically at some point of life he met with a very serious accident where he has due to that accident his right hand was amputated. So during his work, he met with an electrical shock, which led him to a state where he had to get his hand amputated. But since he's a musician, the first thing is that he's a musician, and the passion of his life is to drum. So that passion was at stake when he met with that accident. Now, this was a very life-turning event for this person. So what he thought is that why couldn't I continue my passion even if I'm disabled? So what he did is first that first tied this drumstick with his hand and then started to drum, and he understood that there is a way that he can again play music. But what can I do for it? So with this particular problem statement that he had faced in his life, he started thinking that is there some kind of innovation that I can do here which can make me play drum again. So what he thought about developing a robotic or a prosthetic arm which will help him to drum. So basically, what was the problem statement? That can I prepare a certain mechanized forearm and wrist so that I can control the drumming? I can do something with that. And basically for it, he worked with a particular professor in his university. The professor also had passion for music, and he was also a good robotics say expert. So they both came together, and they basically created an initial design where it contained two motors and two drumsticks. So the ideology here was that what innovation that they build in is that one thing is that there are two motors in this particular design. The first motor is basically sensing the movement of his muscles and then creating a certain, say, drumming pattern with one of the motor with 20 hertz frequency. And the second motor is like kind of autonomous. So what this second motor does is that it listens to the music that is created by the first drumstick and then complements the drumming pattern and then improvises the overall experience. So in this case, they basically use an electromechanical design. An AI, artificial intelligence, was also built into the system for beat and tempo. And then basically, MATLAB and Simulink in this project were used for modeling the drum strokes. So here in this example, you can see that how a person thought about overcoming his disability with innovation and then created this robotic prosthetic arm. And now what is the business value into this is that he can now think about sharing this innovation with the other musician who are also having disability in terms of physical. This is one of a very good example where innovation has helped to transform a person life and maybe many other people's life. Now going forward, I would also like to share you this certain video which will explain how these things really work.
Flex. Relax. Flex.
So here you can see how the technology has come together with innovation, science, technology, and innovation, and has helped this person to overcome his disability. Similarly, I would like to also share with you the second example. This is the one startup called Sandbird. So basically, they are also Silver Award winner at KPIT Sparkle in 2021. So what they did is they build a power tiller. So basically, you understand that what motivated them to build this particular system is that one of the innovators is basically from a farming background, and he understood that basically farming is a low income first thing sector, and then second thing is that usually farmer spend 15% of their revenue on renting out a tractor or a power tiller for farming purposes. And basically with this low income, affording or maybe renting in these kind of tillers and tractors are very difficult for them. So with this motivation, what they did is that they built a very eco-friendly power tiller, which you can see in this particular feature. And the innovation that they built into it is that they built it as a green innovation where it is an electric vehicle. First thing is that. Second thing is that it is also wirelessly controlled. So a farmer can sit on one end of their farm and then can use a controller to run this tiller across all their farm. Second thing is also they come with various attachments. So attachment in the field of farming is also important because you need different attachment for plowing, de-weeding, sowing, and other thing, rotation and cultivation, and then cutter are also other thing. But this is a complete package where Sandbird has built up a power tiller containing everything which is very suitable for Indian farmers. Now, how they do is that they understood the power of mentorship, which they got ideally from KPIT Sparkle. They had a prototype available with them, which they also started to basically improvise it once that they get incubated. So first thing is an idea. That idea is basically get into the TRL level 5 where you have a prototype, a working prototype. But there is a gap between your working prototype and your commercial say aspect. So in order to fill the gap, the various incubators comes into the picture where they basically they close this gap of the commercialization and the prototype by giving them fund. First thing is they give them fund, they give them mentorship, they give them all the engineering temperament which they need to improvise this particular product. Now, basically, Mathworks came into connection with these Sandbird at the point after the Sparkle when they were incubated in an incubator. An incubator, basically, Mathworks are tied up with them where they give them license support. They also give them various other support so that they can develop their prototype, which I'll be explaining that what kind of support you will get once you enroll yourself for KPIT Sparkle. So again, this is one of the example which caters to the farming region of India with a very low cost and affordable and an innovative product. Now, at this point of time, what I would like to bring your attention is that innovation is the center and it answers all the question like, is what is viable in the marketplace, what is it desirable to the users, and what is the possible technology with it, which becomes the basis or the surrounding factor for the innovation. Now, who we are Mathworks. Basically, you would be knowing it because you're using MATLAB in your colleges. We are the maker of MATLAB, and we are working day and night so that we support all the engineers and scientists so that they can accelerate the pace of engineering. How Mathworks can support you to do with innovation in KPIT Sparkle, we support you in 4 ways. First thing is that we provide you unrestricted access to MATLAB licenses, where you can use your license for your project work once you have the ideation ready, and then you want to go to the next level where you want to really prove, or you want to do some kind of feasibility analysis, some kind of maybe gap analysis, or maybe before even creating the prototype, you want to see whether on the virtual world it is working right or not. So we provide you license for that. But providing license is not the point where we stop our support. We also conduct various workshops so that we enable you. We give you all the information about how to use the product. There are various on-ramp courses available to which the access you will get. Second thing, you will also we'll also share various knowledge in the terms of what are the various existing examples, existing code that we have in order to support you with your project work, and at the end of the day, technical support. Now, our support, we also extend your support beyond Sparkle, where once you are also incubated into certain incubator, we support you with the accelerator partner program. So what we do is that we also tie up with the incubator like BHAU Incubation Center and other incubation center, where we provide you licenses, and they help you to basically the support are in form of 12-month free software, which you can already see on the slide here. And after, even when you are you go beyond the incubation stage and when you form your own startup company, at that point of time we also have our startup offering, where we provide you licenses for yet another amount of years, so that you can continue your journey where you have already developed your code in MATLAB and Simulink. You want to again mature it and then maybe reach to a full-fledged company level. At that point of time, we extend your support in number of years coming, with basically trainings and other offerings. So with this, I would like to conclude my slide. And if there are any questions, please, you can ask me. I'm also okay if you want to drop your question on the chat. I would be happy to answer you through that medium. Also, you can also note my email, so that if you want to reach out to me for any project work, you can also reach out to me. Okay, I think that is it, Vishal. I would like to conclude my slide here.
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you. So after Arvind, I think we have Priz Asia. So Sandeep, Dr. Sandeep Wankhede will be taking a session. So Sandeep ji, hello.
Yes, Vishal, I'm there.
Yes.
May I share my screen?
Yes, yes, yes. Please, please.
Okay. Is it visible?
It's just coming up. Yes.
Okay. So may I start?
Yes, yes, yes. You can also switch on your video if possible. I don't know.
I'll just check it out. Host has stopped it, the message which I'm getting.
Okay.
Dr. Wankhede, you can check now. I just updated the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think,
Am I visible? Zoom is unable to detect the camera. Something is wrong. I don't know. I'll just try it once again, or otherwise we'll leave it.
Yeah. We are able to see you.
Okay, great. Okay, good morning all. I won't take much of the time on introducing who I am. Basically, we all are here to know what this Sparkle is. And before me, already Vishal and Arvind have given you a good amount of information about it. So I'll just limit myself to what TRIZ is and how we are associated with this very, which I would say, valuable and progressive kind of competition, that is KPIT Sparkle. So TRIZ Association of Asia is a knowledge partner, as well as we can term it as an innovation partner, wherein we advise KPIT on technical and innovation sessions for supporting student innovators on KPIT Sparkle platform. We provide sessions to top 100 project students on how can they improve their quality of the project, and can be a part of mentoring team for the top 20 projects, and we can share our services to the startup also. So this time we have actually enhanced our services towards more like right from inception of the ideas. Also we will be involved in the process of KPIT Sparkle. So it would be like before you go for the Sparkle, like contesting the Sparkle or registration for registering yourself for the Sparkle, and getting the things done, like what kind of project you should select, how you should get ideas about it, and I'll explain you over the period of time. So nevertheless, the education system, every system is now changing, and now it is more important that we need to find out the solution for which there is no history at all. So for that, we need to know how to think instead of what to think. There are enough of the literature, enough of the teachings, enough of the curriculum wherein we learn what to think, but how to think is the more important thing. Now, what is this idea? We always speak about idea, and there are 85% of the industries, according to one of the survey, are resorted onto finding the different ideas through brainstorming. Okay, as I mentioned, what is the importance of this idea? So when we look at it, because Sparkle's main aim is to make the student self-sufficient. You should not remain a job seeker. Rather, you should be, by the time you graduate, and we have seen enough of our Sparkle contestants themselves. Already some of them have shared their views through Vishal's presentation, wherein these students have their own startup and are already recruiting students in their ventures. So when we have an idea, what we have to do with that idea, we have to define it. And trust me, most of these ideas fizzle out in the definition stage itself. So it may be more than 60-70% of the ideas which comes in the mind cannot be defined properly, and then we need more ideas, and remaining 40% of the idea, if we see their journey, so they go on the testing part, then designing part, branding part, funding, making it, and finally launching. So you see, in when it passes through the different funnels, out of 1250, only 14 comes down to the successful ideas. Now, why does it happen so? Because when we are creating the choices, we are just resorting to many methods. One of them may be brainstorming. Of course, brainstorming is also evolving, wherein it is making more and more productive ideas, but still it remains limited to the imagination and the knowledge of the team which is sitting over there. And what we do, we create more and more choices, because we know, while we narrow down, while we make choices, the ideas, the choices would come down to 14. Just think, if I put only 14 raw ideas over here, how many of them would have come down to the success level? So that is why we have to create more choices and then bring them down to this. Now here I'm introducing you a methodology which has been used by many MNCs. Right now, this is not a platform wherein I should promote Triz. You can find more and more on website, or you can contact me, or you can just go to Triz Association of Asia's website, as well as you can also go on KPIT Sparkle website, wherein Vishal has explained some of the tools of Triz, how these are useful. Okay, so coming back to Triz, here ideally what we want only one idea, and which should be useful for us, right, which we can find. But in general, whatever we have seen through brainstorming and other idea generating methods, we get more ideas, and what we do, we spend more resources on creating more and more ideas. And once we have it, we spend further resources on making the choices and finding one out of this. Like 24 karat gold, why it is so costly? Because removing the impurities from that is what makes it more and more costly. So similarly, this becomes more costly. Now what Triz promises, while creating the choices, we create the choices or create the idea only on certain parameter, that it should be in a workable way. It should be, we don't promise that each one of them would have a good solution, because every solution has got certain parameters on which we can say that whether it is a good choice or not. Okay, it may be a situational choices, and in one situation it may be good, in another situation it may not be good. But we promise that you can get multiple choices, and while creating choices, we narrow it down, make it opposite of this, and while making choice, we make multiple solutions available. Now let's see how it happens. Before that, I'll just give you a little gyan that inventor is always not the one who gets benefited. It is the one who makes it as a product. We all know what are these screws, or what are these screwdrivers known as. These are known as Phillips screwdriver. But these were not actually invented by Henry Phillips. These were invented by John Thomson, and he did it in 1932. He tried to patent the design, he patented it, he tried for years to sell the rights, but no one did it. He came to Henry Phillips, and Henry Phillips took up those ideas, those rights. Okay, and he found out what is the problem, why it is not becoming a good product. Now what do we mean by a product? Product is something which should have its own life, which should have its cost, which a customer should feel that it is worth of. It is not like me, because it is my idea, because it is my product, I will say that this is the best product in the world. No, customer should say it. And Henry found out that there are certain things which are stopping it from doing it. And what he did, he just made it easier to manufacture. And now he quickly got the interest of General Motors. Okay, see, year 36, 35 he got it. 30 by the year 35, 36, General Motors started using it in its famous Cadillac model, and immediately in next 4 years, roughly 85% of the screw manufacturer in US had obtained a license. Now, from whom they obtained the license? From Henry Phillips. So it is not only sufficient to have a right idea. So now at times what we do, we keep on running, isn't it? Horse is a symbol of progress. But if horse is stationary, you know, so Alfred Montapart, he has once said that do not confuse motion and progress. A rocking horse keeps moving but does not make any progress. So we should not become a rocking horse, we should become a actual horse. Now there are various ways of finding out the solutions. Here you can see, by the virtue of one of the cartoons, I've just tried to show that this fellow wants to find out the fishes, but fishes are on this side. What he wants, what he needs some tool, some person, some I'm sorry, method to let him know that just if he turns 180 degree, there are much more fishes which can be caught very easily. So what are there are many trial and error methods wherein you can just come up with one idea, go ahead with that, find a roadblock, then try to move in this direction, again find nothing over there, go in this direction, go in this direction, and keep on moving by this. Statistically, it is proven that when you have a systematic method of problem solving, you can quickly reach to the working solution. You can see the yellow band, and very soon you can reach to the most ideal solution, which gives you the maximum value with the lowest cost. And is it not one of the definition of a good product? Yes, of course it is. Now, what stops people from moving in this direction is the strong mental inertia which drive from a right solution, drive away from the right solution direction. Now there are many things with the different type of inertia. If we just look at it, a good problem solver, there I have listed out 16 different types of psychological inertia. A good inventor should overcome at least 3 of them. What are those? Terminological inertia, image inertia, and inertia due to functional orientation. I don't know whether these, Vishal, can they answer my questions? Are they allowed to unmute themselves or send a message? Okay, let's not waste time on that. So there are 16 type of psychological inertia, 3 are to be overcome. Now, when we see terminological, image, and inertia due to functional orientation, I'll just give you a simple example. If I say that I want to have a keypad, you all know keypad is used to type, right? So what image comes in front of us? See, there is a difference in these 4 keypads. So immediately when we say keypad, this comes in front of us. But then if we think more, then we realize there are some kind of a portable one, or there are some kind of a foldable one. Now, whenever we want to travel, at that time we want it to be small, but whenever we want to type, we want it to be bigger. So we do have some flexible things also, which can be rolled, which can be like pushed in any of this, folded in any of the direction. This has got limitation of these folds. So there are certain laws of interest in which we can explain it. Right now, again, I'll avoid going on those details, but can you see or hear? This is a keyboard. I'm so sorry, I have a sore throat. This is a keyboard, but practically it is occupying only this much of space, which is like as good as a keychain. Or tomorrow it may be again integrated in a cell phone itself, and you can type and it will be as big as this, or maybe much bigger than that also. So what is changed? The action principle. Did we imagine this kind of keyboard? No. but we know about these kind of things. So what we were talking about, terminology. As soon as we say keyboard, we look this typical keyboard, then this image comes into our mind. And now when we look at it functionally, we say that this is a mechanical keyboard. Then we have got some other kind of these. We can have those keyboards directly on which screen we can type through. And this is from a different field, that is a laser. And what is this? Can you see a keyboard over here? No. Do you really need a keypad? Do you really need it? No. You speak and it types. So again, it is not something like which is unbelievable, but I just wanted to say that when we have certain product, we have make some image, some terminology, and some functional association along with that. Coming to what is this TRIZ? Again, when I say TRIZ, it is a acronym of Teoria Reshenia Isobretatelskik Zadak. This is a Russian like a word. This is a set of Russian words wherein it in simple English translation means theory of inventive problem solving. This was originated by Genrich Altschuler in 1946. This is a systematic structured way of thinking, and it is a proven, repeatable, teachable, and reliable method of solving the problem. Okay. Now, this is a result of analysis of over 2 million worldwide patents within all engineering discipline, not limited to, because I am a mechanical engineer. Most of the time, I'll think in a way in which a mechanical engineer would think. The problem which I have solved, this will be in the back of my mind, and I'll try to think at max on the mechatronics part or AI part or something like that. So while like Altschuler did his survey, he has come up with certain different outputs. Now you can see over here. Now this person is standing on ladders. We all understand that if we put these tools properly, he could have easily crossed this. So over 99% of creative solution use already existing solution principle. This is the knowledge which is derived from the number of patents by Altschuler. Okay, so where are those? If 99% of the problems are already solved, where are those solutions? These solutions are hidden somewhere. Now, what is this? This is something contradictory. This is written as no, but it says as yes, if you see in the part, isn't it? So it says like breakthrough solution most often results from overcoming a contradiction. There is a pattern. You can see what is it? It is a pattern. We can just guess what would be the next image in this. Similarly, inventors and strong thinkers use common patterns. Here we can see a pump, water pump, and here is a heart. Okay, innovative problem solving patterns are universal across different domains. Function of both of them are same. We see the evolution of man. Similarly, the evolution of a computer. Isn't it? So evolution of man-made system is make use back. Now, what is this? Reuse. Okay. New innovative solutions can be produced in a systematic way by reusing previous experiences. So solutions also can be reused. It is not only the plastic bags which we can reuse. Okay, so in a nutshell, I've tried to tell you what are the outcomes of the study of this. Now, we'll quickly take a case study wherein it is said like, I have not purposely taken any specific problem based upon EV or energy, because you are at a stage wherein you are supposed to generate the ideas. So ideas should generate from the basics. Okay, now when you want to find a solution, okay, there are two things. You should have a problem, and then if you have to find out a needle from this haystack. How would I find it out? If anyone can give answer, quickly unmute yourself. Otherwise, by my experience, I would say most of the students tell that we can find out the needle by a magnet, because otherwise you'll have to keep on moving these straws one by one, or maybe a bunch of them, and try to find out the needle from that. Okay, we have got the solution. Yes, no, one solution is not enough. Every problem has got multiple solutions, and when we want to move out the existing and whatever is expected by whatever is expected by the customer with respect to the functionality of that, excuse me, or maybe the cost, size, shape, anything else more than that, then only product would be sold. There are many parallel products in the market, but then why some of them are sold more? When we look at it, TRIZ methodology, what we say that there are two types of developments. One, you can make the incremental invention, or you can make a breakthrough. When you make a breakthrough, it becomes risky. The TRIZ tools that you need not balance or resort averaging of that, always use some TRIZ tools which will push this innovation risk towards a reward. Okay, how? I'll give you a simple example. One of the basic tools of the TRIZ would be discussed over here, and that is MatChem IB. Please write it down, because writing makes the retention better. MatChem IB again is a acronym of something that is M stands for mechanical, A for acoustic, T for thermal, CH for chemical, E for electrical, M for magnetic, I for intramolecular, and B for biological. So here I have taken an image of an inventor, KPIT Sparkle, who has used these a different class of action. These are the different action principles, and she has got turned in a billionaire within 2 years. And what did she do? She made an eyelash. There are some artificial eyelashes which can be put on as a makeup. So how to put them on the eyelids? So she came up with a brilliant idea which made her one of the best innovators also of the of that particular year in the world. Okay, coming back to our problem, that if we want to solve a problem of finding a needle from a haystack, what we'll do if we have to use this MatChem IB? You just make a simple table, comparative table. First field would be first column would be the field, second would be like what are the so sorry, what are the different things you can find out? What are the different parameters of these fields? So that may be density, hardness. Now what we have done in the field, we have put all the MatChem IB. I've just put a few of them right now just to explain it. This is a very rough study done by some of my students, and this is actual study. I have not made any changes to it. Of course, with some inputs it can be made much better also. So mechanical, so when we have a mechanical different things, what we have: density, hardness, stiffness, appearance. Just see how does it affect a needle and how does it affect a straw. What is the density of a needle, density of a straw? We have to just at this point write down all the physical parameters of that particular thing which we want to study, because in this case we have to find out. So that is why we have put two things. Otherwise you can take any one product and keep on disintegrating it at the different parameters, maybe here as a density. So coming back to our topic, you want to find out a needle from a haystack. Now the density of the needle is high, straw is low. What does it immediately gives us? That it will be attracted by the gravity fast, isn't it? Now in this case, if we put it in water, what will happen? The needle will go down, the straw will float. Okay, or if we are putting some kind of sieve and we are performing some vibration, so what will happen? The sieve, from the sieve, the probability of the needle coming it down due to vibrations would be more, and then if you are vibrating it, then due to the density, due to the high weight, more weight, it will come down and straw will remain up. So there are two different ways which I could find through this. Hardness. So can we crush it with certain thing, which a certain process, maybe from that. Now at this point, don't look at it as a product. This is a idea generation stage. So let your mind run at all the places, but while it is running all the places, it is not running haywire. There is a systematic way in which it will work, and definitely each one of them may result in some or other product to find out a needle from a haystack. So again, I'm telling this is a general problem I have taken just to give you a glance on what is the strength of the simple tool MatChem IB of TRIS. Okay, now stiffness will have its effect. Appearance, this is shiny. So if you can put up light and let it, the needle will shine and it will reflect and you can identify it. Okay, then it may be metal, non-metal. Then what is the acoustic? So it is sonorous, and needle is sonorous. This is not. Thermal conduction, this is a good conductor, this is not. Now when I ask student go beyond the magnet to find out the needle, student all at times say that we can use a metal detector. But what is a metal detector? Metal detector works on these principles only, and if you just reflect these things, you can find out there would be different detectors based upon these basic principles itself. So now you can design a new detector all the way for finding out this. While doing it, you can see that we can exaggerate it also. If you do not, if this is a good, like you can see, I'll just show you with the image, like how do we do it. Okay, one way would be to keep on separating with the hand. Second way would be to use the magnet. Third way be metal detector. So it may be a acoustic or electric. You can put charge on the both of the sides of that, and wherever there would be change in the voltage, at that time you can find out that there would be a some metal part within this. This uses its principle of density. There was a competition in a Mythbuster on Nat Geo, wherein these two products were actually designed. These are available on YouTube. You can see those videos also. Such a huge things they have made. And biological, of course, this is inhuman, but you can find it out, like a needle will pierce and straw will not pierce. Okay, this may be a way to find out the needle. You can burn, depends upon the whatever we have done, a dirty sheet which we have made, wherein we can find that if we heat, the grass will burn. Okay, here we can see it will sink, it will blow, straw will blow, needle will not blow because of its again density. Sonorous, pin drop silence, it will make sound. So you can just drop these hay on some metal, wherein whenever the needle will come, it will make the sound. Based upon this, I can now claim that identifying a problem or defining a problem in this case would have been finding a needle. So it was one needle among so many straws of dry grass. But TRIS definition is 1:1, and if you use this MatChem IB principle efficiently, the needle will stand so tall that it will by itself say, hey, I am here, you can find me easily. When we have one solution, we can use it in a multiple ways. I'll not explain, these are very simple, but the same solution can be effectively implemented by different, again, action principle may remain same, but see how many different solutions are available over here. Somewhere it is a human power, which is muscle power, which is being used. Somewhere it is electrical power, which is being used. Somewhere it is a gravity along with the air, and somewhere it is a different power, maybe gasoline power, can be used for separating it out. The hay will go beyond and the needle will fall down. Again, this is something which is used for winnowing already. So this was the thing I just wanted to explain. So I hope in this minimum time I could explain the stuff, and respecting the time, I'll stop over here. If you have any doubts, you have my details over here. You can contact me or my teammates, and I would recommend that you go to the website www.trizassociation.org, wherein you will get more material, as well as I mentioned, Vishal has put some material on his website also, how to solve problem through TRIZ. So if you have any question, I would love to answer them quickly. I can see something on the chat. Okay. And please remember one thing, that TRIZ can solve any kind of problem of any domain, because it has born from the knowledge of the patents, and patents are evolved in all the different domains. It does not have any restrictions.
So thank you, Dr. Wankhede, so for at least giving an introduction in this session. So as a partner, I think TRIZ Asia would be conducting a lot of webinars, and I think the people who are watching and who actually are going to enroll and submit an idea would get a chance to be coached over there through TRIZ Asia. So basically, I would go to our next partner over here, and it's Shantanu from iCreate. So Shantanu, yes, Shantanu is there. Yes, Shantanu.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Vishal sir, and thank you, the KPIT team, for this opportunity to present. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Right. So I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm Shantanu Chaturvedi. I take care of the overall technology piece and the EV piece at iCreate, and we are one of the partner organizations for KPIT Sparkle this year. And we've been the partner organization for the past few years with KPIT Sparkle as well. So talking about iCreate, iCreate is a technology business incubator. We're based out of Ahmedabad, and we have a very large 40-acre facility with various infrastructure, various prototyping facilities, mechanical as well as electronic, for rapid prototyping and testing your technology, testing your prototype. iCreate is one of the very few incubators, one of the very few organizations in the country that focuses on hardware-based technologies, product-based technologies, and we've been in this space for about close to 6 years now. So we can very confidently say that we understand the domain of bringing an idea from an concept stage to a stage where it can be launched into the market. The product development cycle of any hardware startup is a journey that we are very experienced with, and we understand. Within the hardware technology space, we focus on a few thrust areas. Our thrust areas are electric vehicles, renewable energy, agri-tech, health tech, fintech, and water tech. The fundamental technologies that we use in all of these domains are hardware, embedded systems, machine learning, and AI. So these technologies are like the building blocks which can be applied to various verticals, various thrust areas, which are electric vehicles, renewable energies, and so on and so forth. So iCreate provides support to innovators, entrepreneurs at a very wide range. So starting from an idea stage, or even if you don't have an idea, we support the startups with various accelerator programs and various early stage grants at an idea stage, where we talk about if this startup should be done, what is the clear business model that can be made, what is the technology that can actually become a product market fit, and can be taken and converted into a successful startup enterprise. So at an idea stage, we have various grants and various accelerator programs. Then we have again various prototyping funds at an idea to prototyping stage, where we give grants or debts depending on the stage of the startup. And then we have a larger fund for market scale up and market access. So we provide funding from the range of say 25,000 rupees to up to 70 lakh rupees in cumulative funding. That includes a debt component and includes a grant component. Even at the complete cycle, we have multiple other offerings apart from funding. We offer mentorship and guidance on how to create your technology, how to create your product, how to take it to market. We provide connects into industry. We provide connects to investors. We have a 40-acre campus, like I mentioned earlier, with various infrastructure for rapid prototyping and testing of your electronics and mechanical prototypes. Again, we've been partnered with various government organizations, various technology providers, which are domestic in India as well as global. So we have very, very good connects with the Israeli startup ecosystem, the Canadian startup ecosystem, the American startup ecosystem, and various such, even apart from KPIT. And this sort of enables us as a two-way technology transfer. So a lot of times technology from India is shared with global organizations, global corporates, and a lot of times technologies from startups abroad are shared with Indian startups so that they can be jointly launched in the Indian market. This helps make the technology ecosystem at iCreate very, very rich and having multiple inputs from the global ecosystem as well. Some notable alliances that we have are the Israeli Accelerator, the Israeli Innovation Accelerator, which I talked about, which enables a two-way technology transfer from India as well as abroad. We've recently signed an MOU with CSIR, which is the Center for Scientific and Industrial, which is the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research, which enables a bridge of deep tech research, which can be transferred again to startups, which can be later then commercialized, which will give our startups a very strong edge, a very strong technological and competitive edge while launching their product in the market. And we recently did a mobility innovation challenge where we were the knowledge partners with Uber, where again the focus was enabling EV and mobility startups in the Indian ecosystem. Talking about the EV mobility startup ecosystem, we've launched this year the second version of Evangelize, which is our 7-month-long innovation challenge. The innovation challenge focuses on work at component level with the motor. At the point, we have three track, vehicle energy and vehicle infrastructure. Traction talks about everything that comes onto the drivetrain, the traction drives, which is the motors, which is the motor controllers, which is perhaps the axles, differentials, gearboxes, and any sort of technological innovative intervention that can add value to this part of the vehicle. Then when we talk about vehicle energy storage, we mean the battery management system, the battery packs, the cooling systems, or any technological intervention that has some amount of innovative component at the energy storage space of an electric vehicle. And vehicle infrastructure, we talk about two things broadly. One, we talk about the charging infrastructure, which consists of your AC and DC chargers and all of the charge point operator applications, the IoT enablement, and everything that comes in between. And when we talk about vehicle infrastructure, we also mean vehicle-to-vehicle communications, vehicle-to-cloud communications, intra-vehicle communications, where various wireless systems can be set up to derive data from various parts of the vehicle. So these are our core themes. Excuse me. Broadly, we're working in two categories with Evangelize. One, we're working at a very early tech development stage where the startup may have an idea and not yet a POC, and they want to develop their technology. And the second category is the core focus, which is where the startups have some amount of POC, and we can rapidly accelerate their growth through connections, through relevant connections with manufacturing industry. So that is the focus of Evangelize, because we understand that any startup needs multiple inputs to actually become successful. They need support from capital, they need support from infrastructure, they need support from co-working spaces, they need support from incubators, they need support from their own teams and various other stakeholders. So one thing that relevant manufacturing industry can provide is a strategic partnership, which can in turn give them capital infusement, which can in turn give them infrastructure to manufacture their product, which can give them a sales channel to actually sell their product rapidly in the market. And this can happen through various methods: co-development, joint ventures, equity engagements, and various things. So that is something that that is something that iCreate is focusing on this year to enable the EV ecosystem with very strong industrial as well as research-based connects. The prizes this year are a total of 1.12 crore rupees cumulative, and they're spread across various themes and various categories. And for the manufacturing partnerships, the prizes are going to be very strong engagements with manufacturing industry, which would have, in my view, far more value than just a simple cash prize. This is what we did last year. We had close to 400 applications, and from that we supported close to 20 startups, out of which 13 were able to create their prototype, 7 were able to take it to market, and 3 were able to raise further funding. Talking at this point, I'd like to take a moment and talk about two successes. Apart from the successes Vishal has already mentioned about KPIT, we supported 2 further startups from the KPIT cohort as well. One was Greenspin, where they've developed an innovative cooling solution for battery packs. So they have their business in 2 fronts. They provide a battery pack cooling solution as a complete solution where you can give them your requirements, your overall vehicle that you're trying to integrate it in, and they give you an end-to-end solution, designing the battery pack, designing the cooling solution, and they give it to you as an output, as a design or as a solution. And on the second front of their business, they act as technology consultants as well, where they don't actually design anything, they don't actually develop anything, but they deliver robust tested designs and robust tested consultancy to various EV OEMs to actually talk about their energy storage part of the whole vehicle. Though that is Greenspin, and they are now we've supported them further with various grants and funding. They're now into the market and generating revenue. Another startup that we supported further from KPIT is called Apiro, and they're working with vertical axis wind turbines. They have a novel design of developing wind turbines where the axis is kept vertically aligned rather than your typical horizontally aligned axis. And they're a startup that have developed their product. They've now piloting it with various organizations, various hotels on in Daman, because that is where we see the highest wind speed, and they're also piloting their product with Tata Power. So that is all from my end. I understand that startups can write their questions down on the YouTube panel, on the YouTube page, and those questions can be shared with us here. That's all from my end. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Shantanu. I think it was a great session to know about iCreate, and we feel that there will be a collaboration, you may say a space where we can have some of the ideas from KPIT Sparkle also get into that stage. The only thing I think these students who are watching this need to know is about having knowledge of technology readiness levels, because I think that is most important. And for that, you need to have a technology which is proven at least in the virtual front first, and then try to develop in the actual physical form. So that is one thing. With that, I would I would like to invite Ridhima from BHAU Institute, where we have some of the, you may say, ongoing startups being incubated. So Ridhima, over to you. I think, yes, Ridhima is here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am audible.
Yes, Ridhima.
Okay, I will share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I hope this is on a full mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, this is Ridhima from KPIT BHAU Institute. A program and a grant manager, majorly handles the funds for the startup and the incubator. Everybody, all of you have understood what is KPIT Sparkle. Arvind talked about Mathworks Support. Then Shantanu talked about iCreate and how they are supporting EV. So I would like to start with the success stories which are incubated at BHAU Institute over the last 3 years. Let's get into the success stories. Give me a moment.
Ridhima, you can put your slides on full screen mode. So
actually, it is on a full screen mode.
Presentation mode. Yeah, now it is.
Okay. I will play 4 videos which are success stories of BHAU Institute and KPIT Sparkle. So these are the entrepreneurs, and they have they were the students like you in 2nd, 3rd year, 4th year, and now they are having their own startup and the startup product running successfully, having incubation at BHAU Institute, and definitely some support through other incubators as well. So let's start with the Aeroshield from the D/T Dynamics. His product is Tokel. Just a minute. Can you hear the voice? Hello?
No, we can't hear.
You can't hear, right? Yeah, give me a moment.
I think you will have to share this.
Wait. Yeah.
This screen and then play the voice.
Tokel helps businesses to. This is Dherishil, CEO of Tokel.
Yes.
Tokel helps businesses to deliver their goods locally, cost effectively, and sustainably. Our full stack solution includes reliable delivery executives with commercial electric vehicles and technology platform, acts as end-to-end delivery management solution. We got this concept from a personal vision of providing means of sustainable livelihood for millions of unemployed people in India. We were part of KPIT Sparkle 2020 and had a very crude idea as well as business model. The continuous mentoring from KPIT team and BHAU Institute helped us to avoid any mistakes possible. Today we are running 100 plus vehicles and have planned to take it to 1 lakh, creating massive socio-economic and environmental impact. So if you want to create a big business, I highly encourage you to become part of KPIT Sparkle. Thank you so much.
Hi, myself Pitambar from Team XNOS. As we are already aware of the fact that how much pollution is affecting us and will affect our future, and every year thousands of people are dying or diagnosed with harmful diseases because of this pollution. And to stop this, we have to use less energy or to generate more clean energy. And using less energy is not an option, because with the increase in population, energy demand will also increase. So we have to generate more clean energy. And after a year long of research and testing our 3D printed prototype in different environment, we found the solution. The solution is XNOS wind turbine. It generates clean energy, it is very efficient compared to the existing design available in the market, and also very economical. In future,
we need this type of solution so that we can replace non-renewable resources, and Exynos wind turbine can become one of them. Yes, it will take time, but we are on a mission to make our future better. Are you with us?
I am Omkar Venkata, Director CEO of Honeywell Technologies. I want to present you the company's first and prestigious project called the Vortex Energy Generator. This can extract energy from flowing water bodies like rivers and canals so gracefully that it does not require dams and huge constructions, therefore cutting down the cost of production of electricity and hence results in much lower electricity price for common electricity consumer. This is a novel technology stemmed from the core PhD research work at IIT Kharagpur. This technology is currently being tested at real-time conditions in rivers and canals. The path towards commercialization of this research project has been paved by due recognition initially by KPIT in its event KPIT Sparkle 2020, then followed by incubation support of BHAU Institute, Pune, with the funding from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. I thank these organizations for their support. I express my indebtedness to IIT Kharagpur for giving me environment necessary for working on such research fields, and to KPIT for opening gates of opportunities to convert my research into commercial technology to serve the nation. Thank you.
Hello
everyone, I am Supriya Jadhav from Triotic Technology. We develop a smart helmet with a smart feature to prevent accident death. I would like to thank KPIT Sparkle and BHAU Institute. Because of them we become an entrepreneur. KPIT gave us lot of technical support and guidance, and BHAU Institute guide us to grow as a business. From scratch prototype to develop product, all credit goes to KPIT and BHAU Institute. Job giver is always better than a job seeker. Due to DST, KPIT and BHAU Institute, our dreams come true in a reality.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you have saw how these students maybe were students, now they are the entrepreneurs and the startup founders. So they have their own product, and they are working on Triotech. The girl last who talked, she talked about her product regarding having a smart helmet. Then we also have two, I don't have their videos. One is Udaya Nicotech, who is working on virtual ECO and drivetrain for the EV vehicles. There is one more which Shantanu has covered, that is Greenspin. So Greenspin is also incubated at BHAU Institute and getting support from technical faculties of COEP, and having some support through funding through BHAU Institute. So everybody talked about innovation. Trees talked about how you can find out the solutions to the problem. But what is the startup? What is startup? What is entrepreneur? How you can play the role of entrepreneur? So first thing is that entrepreneurship and entrepreneur is actually a very big role you are playing to the society, for the society. Every time you think about having a dream job, you wish to have a few listed companies where you wish to go and work for their ideas, their product. But why not your own? Like you saw these 4 5 people who are talking about their own company, their own product. At the same time, in my last presentation as well, I covered regarding boat, Aman Gupta, the shark of India, then Bharat Pet, Ashmir. There are lots of people like Ratan Tata ji, Baba Kalyani ji, and other people. If they thought that if I go to abroad and let's pursue the higher education and let's do some job, then we would never have Tata then we will never had Bharat Forge and like Boat, which is the kind of competitor to Bose, which is world's better speaker phones and dealing with all these audio video components. So entrepreneur is a person who is having confident, having passionate and focused about his focus, the product, his idea. He is having a risk taking ability. Complete, consider that you are working on one product and you failed 10 times. Let it be. You can try with another solution. There are, when I was in my bachelor's, my teacher used to say, Ridhima, if plan A fails, there is plan B. You have 26 alphabets to try. So I guess risk-taking ability is one of the factor which makes you entrepreneur. You always been a leader to your team. If you are leading the team, if you have a leadership quality, definitely you can lead your team, you can lead your company, you can have your own venture. Future oriented, most of the time we think what's going on currently, but if you think about future, if you think about, okay, this is going to be happen, like what we have now, virtual reality thing, we are having augmented reality, these were never there before 10 years. So probably you should have a future orientation regarding your society. Also a creative mind always have entrepreneurship in their portfolio. You can think any of person who is creative, like painter, artist, singer, they are entrepreneurs. They are earning through their product, they are earning through their services, they are earning through their art. So entrepreneur, a person, entrepreneurship is a process and enterprise is the outcome. So if this comes together, definitely you may have a very good startup. There are few stages. There are actually 9 stages of startup, but to bring it short, I have 6 listed down, which is very crucial to go through. Ideation, which is Sparkle, is covering where you are identifying the problem, you are listing down the pain points of the customer, you are exploring multiple solutions. Risk will help you to explore multiple solutions, and then you are coming out with some prototype development. So building MVP is having your own team, customer profiling to where you can sell this product, or how the customer will look for your product. Like I had one friend from design, and he used to ask me, Ridhima, how this pressure cooker is looking for you. Can you tell me which design you prefer most? So he used to give me some designs, and then he used to ask me why you chose that. Sometimes he shows me a very bulky pressure cooker. There I told him that this gives me feeling that if I eat most of the time rice and all, I may look fatty. So this I would not prefer. I need something which is in a very good shape, which is attractive. So definitely such kind of thing you can ask to your customer, maybe your friends and family, so that they can give you some motivation that you can develop such product which is helpful. And then next comes as a prototype development, where you take support from various institutions, various labs, maybe some partners, like BHAU is there, iCreate is there. There are almost 700 incubators in India right now due to DST and Atal Innovation Mission. So you can approach any of them to help you out for your team and getting the technical support. Next comes as scaling and funding, and then exit strategy. But because you are on the ideation stage, let's skip those things. That comes very later. Then if you start with you have a very good idea, you have everything in place, but you feel that why it will fail, most of the time why startup fails. First, no marketing need. Second, run out of cash. And third is right team. So at BHAU Institute you will receive all this support, because we consider that BHAU is an elder brother to the startups. We have in place our MBA engineering student, being a COEP, host institution. It's a Asia's third oldest institute, having a legacy of 300 years of technical and social influence across India and Asia. So we consider that we are the elder brother for the startup, for the aspiring entrepreneurs who want to develop something for the society. So we are here to support you through like if you now the KPIT Sparkle is having their theme based on EV mobility and sustainability. Definitely, we are having a strong connect with ARI and Technoverse to support the automotive and smart mobility startup. We also have connects with automotive companies. So if you wish to leverage their lab, if you wish to help the help from their expert, from their technical team, from their design team, definitely we can connect you to these people. We also have, as I talked, MBA and engineering student. You can take them as an intern, employee, or co-founder. Like Dharyashil is having his co-founders and employees from BHAU Institute, technical plus management student. Infrastructure, definitely every incubator has their own infrastructure, and it's the state of the art facility they provide you with, having innovation lab, incubation lab. Being hosted at COP, we have 145 plus labs virtually and physically located at COEP. So from the fab lab, from the production lab till the mechanical lab, and they are completely completely set up by different kinds of corporates at COEP. So you can leverage these facilities. Other than that, we also have a very good connect with investors, corporates, and government. We have a few individual investors. We also have tie-up with Thai Angel Network. We have our Ventures with us. We have Indian Angel Network with us. There are almost 10 to 15 angel network we are having on board, so that they can help you for your future funding. We also provide functional support like other incubators into your legal, HR, and marketing support. We also have tie-ups with a good CA, and patent attorneys who can help you to understand how you can do patent, how you can do your budgeting and business plan. So funding support, what we provide, I would like take to pride into saying that BHAU Institute is one of the incubator who received 4 major fundings from DST in a single year. So we have from the EIR scheme till Nidhi SSS, which is a seed support. Nidhi EIR is a fellowship which you can avail at end of your graduation. Once you get a certificate in your hand, you can apply for Nidhi EIR with the KPIT project. And definitely, if you fit into the criteria, we can definitely onboard you. So, like Prathamesh is there in today's session. So, Prathamesh is one of our EIR. Because he is a final year student, we have hold on for his fellowship, and as far as he is getting his certificates done in August, so he will be onboarded as fellow for the BHAU Institute Nidhi EIR. So this is 30,000 per month we are promising for him. Next comes as a Nidhi Prayas. Once you complete the phase of EIR where you have a very well, lab level prototype, you can pitch for Nidhi Prayas, which is 10 lakh of funding. And these completely are non-returnable and not a soft loan or something from government. It's completely a grant which you can avail as a 10 lakh, and you in return you just need to show your product development, your progress for the startup, having private limited in place, having team in place, progress into your product from TRL levels 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the market level. Then next comes as a Nidhi Seed Support, which is a funding for more than 20, 50 lakh. Then comes as a Startup India Seed Fund. We also have Startup India Seed Fund with us. So majorly the team, what you look for, a technical team or MBA team, we can have that. If you're looking for funding, definitely we have these schemes in place. Other than that, we have corporate types like currently we are having corporate partners as Dana, who is a star funding partner to us. They have funded more than 7 startups. Few are from KPIT as well. And they are also looking for 3 KPIT Sparkle 2022 winners. So we are in talk with them, and they have finalized 3 startups. I guess Prathamesh also is in queue with Dana. He is also pitching for Dana, and Dana has selected for their funding. So we have Dassault System, NPAV, Element Solution, and Siemens as our corporate partners. So they also fund the startup when there is a lack of funding from, if you gone through Prayas, then you utilize Prayas fund and still you are looking for grant, definitely these people will help you into that. Our esteemed startup. So this event VIP is a Shark Tank India winner and has raised 30 lakh from the from Aman Gupta and Ashnir. There are n number of startups. We are supporting almost 105 startups currently at BHAU Institute. Why to choose BHAU Institute is because it's located into one of the cosmopolitan city. Second is it's hosted at Asia's oldest institute, COIP. Then you can have 145 plus labs onboarded here. A complete facility where you can start your business till you are, from idea till first customer. So definitely, I'll invite you to visit BHAU Institute. If you have any doubt, you can definitely write me on my email address. It's ridhima.bhau@cop.in, and I'm open for question and answer session if any. Thank you.
Thank you, Ridhima. So anyone has any questions, we can definitely share the questions with Ridhima. And I think if you give your details on the YouTube channel, we will definitely ask Ridhima to connect with you. So we also have one more guest. So she is Sakshi, and she has been there in the last KPIT Sparkle event. And now I would like to ask Sakshi to unmute yourself, and maybe you can talk about your project and about the experience of KPIT Sparkle. Hello, Sakshi. Hello, Sakshi. Can you unmute yourself? Huh. I think we are not able to hear you. Hello, Sakshi. Can you just maybe rejoin or something like that? I don't know. Yeah. साहिल को उसको अनम्यूट किया है क्या? Hello, Sakshi. Anything you're able to maybe if you can rejoin, quickly rejoin. So in the meanwhile, I would like to thank Dr. Vagole, who has helped us to, you may say, conduct this event online. We definitely wanted to visit the college, but due to the weather conditions, we feel that, okay, everyone wouldn't have been able to join in. So, sir, you want to speak something about the event, like?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you, team KPIT, and especially Mr. Sahil Rishabh, sir. So, am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yes. For such a wonderful presentation, and especially I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates at the webinar and presenting a much informative presentation and information about the startup and incubation. So actually, since 5 to 6 years, we had participated in KPIT Sparkle, and almost every year, 50 to 60 teams were participated in KPIT. And this year also, we promised that we try to register 70 to 75 teams in KPIT 2022 and 2023. So this is a very informative session and definitely helpful for our students. Thank you, sir. This is from my side.
So Sakshi, can you unmute yourself now? Is it possible for you to unmute yourself? Hello? Hello, Sakshi? I think there is some problem with her input device. I think the mic is not working or something like that. So I think that's all from our end. Maybe we will try to involve Sakshi in the next meeting whenever we have. So that's a good way to get her inputs as well. So we usually have this process of involving, you may say, the students for all our webinars. The reason why we do that is because we would want people to understand the importance of innovation and this platform, as this is something we do as a CSR initiative, and the beneficiaries are student innovators. So yeah, I think Sakshi is here. I'll just try if she's able to. Yeah, hello Sakshi.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, Sakshi, you are audible. So Sakshi, just tell us about your you may say experience with KPIT Sparkle. And maybe you can switch on your video.
Yes, sir. Just give me a minute. I'm not able to turn on my camera, sir.
Okay, so I think it's a KPIT team. Sahil, can you just make her a presenter or something like that, so that
Sakshi, can you just try again?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Yes,
Hello,
Sakshi.
everyone.
Yeah, hi.
I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
That's okay, Sakshi. It happens. It's just you may say internet thing, and technology is always confusing. But nonetheless, I think it is of most importance that you as a student, how was your experience
Yes, sir.
about the event? Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. And thanks to KPIT Sparkle team to have me here and for giving me this opportunity to share my experience and my art project. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Sakshi Kare, and I just completed my computer engineering this year. And I'm glad to share our team Unanimous 4 has been awarded with the Best Female Entrepreneur Abhinavi Award in KPIT Sparkle 2022. So our mentor, Vagule sir, introduced us to KPIT Sparkle competition and he motivated us to participate in it. So we went for it and this is how our Sparkle journey started. My team members Siddhi, Ashwini and Kiran, we all four started to work on a project under the guidance of Vagule sir. Eventually we got selected in top 100 and now we were trying to get in top 25. So we obviously faced some challenges through this journey, such as some technical glitches, some things were not working out, but we didn't quit and we overcame these problems. As Vagule is also motivating us from time to time. Once we got into top 25, we had been assigned mentors from KPIT team. We got to learn a lot of things from our mentors like Aditya sir, Sakshi ma'am, Harsh sir. They guided us from every perspective, such as regarding whether it is technology, business, or design of the product. And it was very helpful to us. I'm really grateful to KPIT Sparkle team for providing us this platform to showcase our innovation, mentors for guiding us. Also, Sparkle team has provided free license for using some software tools for simulation and design purpose, such as MATLAB or 3D experience platform. So this was really amazing experience and the learning experience for our team. Now coming to our project was multi-purpose electric vehicle for farmers. This electric vehicle we have designed in such a way that it is convenient to use for women, old age people, and handicapped farmers. As we all know, farmers are facing severe health problems and they come in contact with the hazardous chemicals. but also farming activities are time consuming and a lot of efforts are required. So to solve all these problems, we have made the use of latest technologies which will make farming trouble free. So in our electric vehicle, we have provided multiple features like seed sowing mechanism, grass cutting mechanism, pesticide spraying, soil testing and weather monitoring system, crop and fertilizer recommendation, crop disease detection using the latest technologies such as machine learning and image processing. We are also provided onion cutter as a complementary option. So in this way, we have made our vehicle eco-friendly as it can also be operated on solar energy. And I'm glad to tell you that this is the first electric vehicle for agriculture purpose in India, and no such multitasking electric vehicle available in the Indian market as of now. So, and also at the last, we could not win this competition without the support from our mentors, seniors and juniors. We are truly grateful for everyone who supported us throughout this journey. And thank you for this. And I would like to give my wishes to all the KPIT Sparkle participants. All the best to Sparkle participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi. I think thank you for telling people about the journey and also about how you were able to implement the engineering knowledge that you had during the years of you may say college life. So with that, I think we come to an end of this session. And I'd thank you all for joining in, and thank you for it's an appeal to all the students to go to the website sparkle.kpit.com and register yourself, because all the details that are there, the experience starts after once you are there inside the system. So you start getting emails, you start getting the invites for webinars, and you have some trainings which are planned. So all these things starts once you register inside. So so that's what the reason for having this webinar was. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Bagole. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, Dr. Bagole. It was a very great opportunity to connect with the student. And I would like to, request them to go through KPIT Sparkle portal and, submit their ideas. They may have a very good opportunity. Looking forward to them. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Shantanu. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Vishal, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abbas, sir.
And lastly, sir, I want to add one line that we all are engineers and we all are born to solve the problems, make things simpler, easier, and convenient for people. And it is if you can't innovate, then it is no use of doing engineering. So if you are doing engineering, then it is one of the best platform to showcase your talent and your skill is KPIT Sparkle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prathamesh.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.